Hello kayakers, I've been changing a lot of neck gaskets lately, so this is the system I've figured out. Seems to work pretty good. You can see how fast I can do this. 3-inch foam, cut in diameter to 9 1/8, and I wrapped it with this red tape, tuck tape. This is the tape you use in construction for glue and for plastic. Anyways, I already cut the neck seal off. I left about 1 inch of the old neck seal showing. And you slip this in. This is the toughest part, is getting it all set up. And then, there, that one went pretty easy. It's a little tighter on the Cocotats. This is an NRS neck, so a little bit looser, which is kind of nice, makes it easier, but you don't want it too loose because then it's harder to work with. As you can see, I got this black showing from the old neck gasket. Now, here's this is hockey tape that hockey players use to wrap up their shin pads. It's quite inexpensive, it holds good, and it's easy to take off. And so I just go around like this on that seam, right over top of it. I'm kind of going half on the seam tape of the Drysuit and half on the thing. Anyways, and then just kind of go around, try to get it straight. This kind of holds it in place. It got a bit of tension on it. See that? Boom. So that holds it nicely in place, and it also protects the glue from hitting the rest of the Drysuit. Now, this is the fun, well, not the fun part. This is another part of it. Just looking for my new neck gasket. Here's my new neck gasket. That's the baby. Now, this is the first thing you want to do. First thing you do is you gotta, before you do any sanding or anything, you gotta make sure you get all the oil off the rubber. Otherwise, you sand the oil into the rubber and then nothing will stick. So I got this brake cleaner. It's kind of low volatile stuff. It's kind of nice. And I just go over where I'm gluing to, just like that. See, and I try to take off whatever oils are on there. This is probably the most important step out of everything. Otherwise it won't stick, because you gotta, things have to stick. Go around like that. Now I'm gonna do the same with this thing on the inside. Yeah, yes, you have to do your new one too. That's probably the most important one. I don't know, they might not recommend brake cleaner, but I've been using it for quite a long time now, and it seems to work fine. Brake cleaner certainly can dissolve some things, so you got to be a little bit careful with it, but it seems to not dissolve what I've been doing here. So probably not too good for your hands, but once in a while it doesn't hurt. Okay, so that's, I'm pretty happy with that. And then this is the tricky part again, is getting it on there. Might help to have two guys. Okay, you get it on there, and then you line it up so it's right up against the edge of your tape. Take your time here. I'm going pretty quick because this is just an old dry top. I'm not too worried. I just want to get her done. And then you kind of get it right to the edge of your tape nicely. Boom, boom, boom. And then that's that. there. Once you get it into place nicely, or even close, then you can go, as you take your tape again, and you go about an inch away, say about like that. And this holds it in the right spot nicely. You can pull it as you do it a little bit. It's probably better to pull it over the existing tape a little bit. It's probably better to go that way than it is the other way. Because you want enough meat on there holding this thing on. Give it a bit of tension, then you know it's not going to move on you. There, that's holding that. Okay, double taped. Now you flip this over again. Or for the first time, I guess. Hopefully it stays over. So now this is the part where I don't know if it needs to be sanded, but it probably doesn't hurt to sand it a little bit. Just any type of sandpaper will do. You just need a little piece, just to give it a little bit of roughness. Do both things. So I'm going to be gluing to the, you'll see where I'm doing in a second. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's do this one too a little bit. That's good. Feels nice and dry and clean, and the glue's gonna bond. Now you take your Aqua-seal, and you can use a putty knife, or putty knife is probably better actually. But I'm just using this flat edge scraper, and you put it on, and then you just scrape it along. Well, I'm making a bit of a mess, but that's okay because we got tape everywhere. And you just scrape it on both edges. And you scrape it into place. That's the, you don't, if you get it on both places, it's good. Be careful here because you're going to have glue everywhere if you're not careful. So now, yeah, so now it's getting tricky because I got to hold it a little bit. A little bit of glue on both sides, both edges. If you use a brush, it doesn't do as nice of a job somehow. Like a toothbrush, and then you also waste more. This is a little more efficient. You don't use much glue. Like I've got like I'm not even using. I'll be done here in a bit, and I haven't even used quarter. Well, probably half a tube almost. Yeah, half a tube. Like that. Make sure you don't have any empty spots. I'm sure you won't. Let's kind of go over the whole thing again, make sure. That's it. Just like that. I'm happy with that. Glue everywhere. Oh, nope, missed a spot right there. Even if you miss a spot, I guarantee you it'll stick because you got it on the other flap. But you don't want to miss anything. Okay. Glue spread. Okay, I'm gonna flip this down now. Look at that, I don't even have any on my fingers yet, so let's just keep it that way. Flip that down. There she goes. Now you can push it into place. Just like that. Looks like it's all there, pretty straight. And I got a little bit on my fingers, but not much. Now, here comes the tape again. Put your tape on there again. And this just holds it down nicely. Make sure you get a good bond. Squeezes the glue out a bit. Put lots of force on it. This tape, you can pull on it pretty good and it won't snap. It's quite nice. You can give it quite a lot of torque. Give it a few wraps so you know it's nice and tight. That's it. All taped up, ready to go. Let that sit overnight. And that's about it. That'll be tomorrow. I don't know if I'd paddle with it tomorrow. It's a little bit tight. I'd give it 24 hours and then pull the tape off and you'll be done. That's how I do a dry suit neck seal. Cheers.